Let's talk real. Too many of our Afro-Caribbean elders spent 40 plus years in this country doing the lowest paid dead-end jobs: cleaners, bus drivers, care assistants, security guards, kitchen porters, jobs the system designed for them to survive, not thrive. They clung to faith and struggle, working their fingers to the bone, trusting that if they just stayed humble and waited on Jesus, blessings would come. Meanwhile, they paid tithes to churches that fed their hope, but not their future. They sent every spare pound back home to build a house they never got to live in, because by the time retirement came, poor health, broken promises, land disputes, or local corruption meant they stayed stuck in the UK, tired, sick, broke, still waiting for God to come through. Now they're turning to their UK-born kids, who are already drowning in debt, racism, and housing stress, expecting them to fix it, to finish what they couldn't, or worse, inherit the same mindset of struggle wrapped in religion. At some point, we have to say it: struggle isn't salvation. Faith without planning, without power, without purpose, it's just a trap. And the real tragedy? We're passing it down like it's culture. Wake up. No more cleaning the toilets of a country that never respected you, while praying for a heaven you were told to earn by staying silent. Build here, build now, build smart. Or repeat the cycle and keep calling it God's will. And now look, many of those same elders, now in their 70s and 80s, are stuck here in the UK, the US, or Europe. They didn't go back home like they planned because their bodies broke down before their dreams ever got finished. They're clinging to the NHS like a lifeline, dealing with diabetes, arthritis, strokes, after a life of hard labor and harder praying. They paid tithes for decades. They sowed seeds every Sunday. They cried out to God for healing and favor, but now they can't climb stairs. Their dream house back home is half built or under legal dispute, and their children are left picking up the emotional and financial pieces. And still they say, God is in control. But if this is what leaving it in God's hands looks like after 40 plus years of faith, poverty, and backbreaking service, then what are we really calling blessed? Is struggle with a smile the reward now? If the next generation follows this same cycle of suffering, submission, and silence, then what hope do we have? At what point do we say, faith without strategy is just failure in slow motion? We're not mocking belief, we're demanding results. Because God gave you a brain, a back, and breath, not to live your whole life on your knees in poverty, hoping heaven compensates what this life stole. It's time to ask,